Hi everybody and welcome back to Clonmel Yoga Studio. I hope you're all keeping well during this lockdown. And it's not easy all living in our own bubbles and not having physical contact with our loved ones. So as my young son said to me, dig deep mom, dig deep. So that's what we've got to do and keep going forward. And please God we'll all be back together again. So today I'd like to work on this class for flexibility and ease of movement. If we don't use our muscles and work our tissues, we begin to seize up, and you'd notice that yourself. You'd find that your limbs get tight and get stiff. So having a stretch lengthens the muscles and the tissues, and yoga helps the body to keep lean and useful. So when you do your yoga, you actually give your body a deep clean, and it helps to keep your cells healthy and waste-free. So we'll start the class now by sitting where you're most comfortable. I normally sit back on my heels. You can sit on your block or with your legs in front, and we just warm up the body. But before that, just take a few moments just to settle in. Allow yourself a little bit of time now. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Soften your eyes. And just bring your awareness to how you're feeling today. You note all of any areas that you might find a little soreness or stiffness, and also be aware of any of your own personal injuries, and don't do any movement that you know is not suitable for your body. That's most important. So just soften the eyes, relax the shoulders, and we'll just take a few nice deep breaths in. Breathing in, breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready now, we will start the upper body movements. Head, neck and shoulders, a little bit of movement into the waist. Soften the shoulders down, and when you're ready, bring your chin towards your heart. So just releasing down, nice and gently. And then as you breathe in, you're going to send your chin towards the ceiling. So breathing in, nice stretch up. And breathing out, releasing down. And breathing in, a nice stretch up. And breathing out, releasing down. And then coming back to a neutral position, look forward. Slowly turn your head to the right hand side. So just twisting nice and gently to the right. And back to the center. And nice and gently to the left. And back to the center. So it's important that you do these movements for the neck, because that's the gateway to the brain. So you want to keep all these muscles here nice and supple and nice and soft. So extend the arms out now. Extend out through the fingertips and breathing in. Glide the arms up. No rush. Breathing in. Stretching, stretching, stretching. And breathing out. Releasing down. And again, when you're ready, breathing in. And releasing down. Now stretch across to your right hand side, and then lift arm up and a nice long stretch to the side. Anchor the hips down to keep the body in place, and then back to the center, walking away from your left pelvis, anchoring the hips down, stretch across to the left hand side. And back to the center. And then a gentle twist to the right. So tummy, rib cage and shoulders, everything moves. Taking your time back to center, and a gentle twist to the left hand side. Tummy, rib cage and shoulders, the head follows the line of the spine. And nice and slowly back to center. Now I appreciate lots of you might be working from home and you're not in your work environment, so the desk that you might be using for your back and for your shoulders at your computer may not be the best, so you will find that you're getting a lot of upper body pain and also lower back pain. So just be mindful of that. So these upper body stretches are very good, and then we do the one for the shoulders to release tension from the shoulders. So just stretch the arms out, turn the palms over, come into your shoulders, elbows together, and a nice long stretch away. Come back into your shoulders, out to the side, stretching out, back into the shoulders again, elbows together, long stretch. So this will release stretch from the shoulders. So give yourself little breaks. Rotate now into the shoulders. Give yourself little breaks if you're working at your desk and you don't have the proper supportive chair that you may have in your office when you're back at work. Okay. And now we'll come to standing. So we're going to stand tall, feet about hip width apart, shoulders relaxed, and just be aware of the alignment of your body now. You want to keep your pelvis level. And you're going to lift your toes from the floor. Just lift them up, stretch them out, and then release them down. And pop up onto the balls, the feet stretching up, and releasing down. Again, lifting the toes. Spread them onto the floor. Popping up onto the balls of the feet and releasing down. Just working a little bit on the balance. So extend the arms out and with the breath, draw the tummy in a little, breathing in, glide the arms up. Lovely, stretch up now, out through the fingertips, drop the shoulders down, and then nice and slowly back to center. And again, going with the breath, breathing in, gliding up, finding that lovely stretch. Now take hold of your right wrist, extend the right arm up, and then stretch over to the left-hand side. Releasing, 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 and then back to center. Taking hold of the left wrist, stretch it up, and then gliding over to the right-hand side. Nice and slowly, back to center. Glide the arms down. And again, thinking of the shoulders and the tension in the shoulders, we just do some arm stretches. So stretching up and release down. Lovely work now into the shoulders. And stretching up and release down. And one last time, stretching up and release down. So we touch now on balance, and I like to do dancer pose. And again, yoga is fun. So if you drop in and out of the pose, drop in and out of the pose. Nothing is perfect, so let's just enjoy the session. So put your weight now strongly into your left limb. Keep it nice and strong. And then glide the right knee up towards your body. Lead the knee out to the side, coming back to center. And then drop your heel towards your buttock. Now, if you want to get a good stretch to your front thigh, keep the knees together as much as you can. That's comfortable for your body. And extend your left arm up. Stretch it up. Standing tall now on the left foot. Focus on the breath. Looking for stillness. Taking your time. And releasing back to center. This time you put the weight into your right limb and you glide the left leg up. Bring the knee out to the side, just getting movement into the hips, back to the center. Draw your heel towards your buttocks and extend the right arm up. Stretching up, knees together, standing tall. And release back to center. Now bring your feet a little bit apart. Just bring some movements into the hips. And we're going to do eagle pose. Eagle pose now is a very good pose for releasing tightness from the shoulders and for giving your internal organs a little bit of a massage. So we send out the arms. We're going to cross the right over the left and fold the arms up, or you can keep them extended out. Bend the knees quite deeply, and it's opposite sides of the body you're working with. So take the left leg and just bring it right across over the right. Now you can leave your toe on the floor, or you can tuck your foot in towards your ankle or behind your calf muscle. Now again, bring your attention to your breath. Looking for stillness, looking for the stretch. Massaging the internal organs. And slowly releasing out. Soften the knees, ease the shoulders, and then we go to the opposite side. So extend the arms out, and this time it's the left over the right. And as I said, you can leave the arms stretching, or you can fold one arm and into the other. Bend the knees quite deeply, and then you cross the right over the left thigh and tuck your foot around the back of your shin, or drop your toe to the floor, whichever works best for yourself. Listen to the body, listen to the breath. Good stretch of the shoulders. Deep release for the shoulder muscles. Internal organs are getting a little bit of a massage. And then nice and slowly back to center. And then just bring your hands into your lower back. Feet are hip width apart. And just open up with a slight back bend. Just a slight back bend. And then into a plateau. So stretching out the back into a plateau. And again, coming back up. And again, into a slight back bend. And folding forward into a plateau. And back to the center. And release the arms down. Take hold of your wrists or your fingers and open up the chest. Just open up the chest. Actually, I'll turn around this way, I think. So we just open up the chest. And we're going to go in now to yoga lock. And then into chair and then into a twist. The feet are about hip width apart. Remember, you're going to fold now from the pelvis. Keep the knees soft as you come down. Folding from the pelvis, bending the knees, send the arms up. Send the arms up. Release the crown of the head. Now this again is a great release for the shoulders. Great release for the shoulders. Good for flexibility to the body. And then just glide the arms through and coming up into chair pose. Now just check your knees, that you can see your toes, that you're not holding on there. And then keep the spine nice and tall. Bring the hands into prayer pose. And then allow yourself a twist to the right hand side. Now nice and deep, twisting from the core. So when you come right around, your elbows at the outer edges of your knee, palms scrowning into each other, and you can look up over your shoulder. And then back to the center. And a twist to the left hand side. So working for mobility and flexibility in the body. And back to the center and send the arms out. So some people find this pose quite strong in the thighs. So just relax the shoulders, relax the breath. Hands into the heart again and a twist to the right. Stretching across. And back to the center. And a twist to the left. And back to the center. And coming up now nice and tall. Just take a step back then to the back of your mat. And we're going to go into warrior one. Into a forward bend then. Into warrior one. And we proceed from there. So you're going to step forward now with your right foot. Nice good step forward. Your left leg is at about 15 degrees, so make sure your pelvis is turned towards the front of your mat. Now stand tall. Bend your right leg so that the knee is just over the ankle joint. Release the arms down. And then when you're ready, just float the arms up. So the body is not coming forward over your limb, you're standing tall. Just glide the arms up now. Soften the shoulders. Bring your awareness to the breath. And then just gently bring the arms down by your side. Make sure your limbs are nicely anchored. And then you just go into a plateau. Just into a plateau. Stretching forward into a plateau. Stretching the legs back. And then nice and slowly coming back again to warrior one. Front knee is nicely bent. The knee is over the ankle joint. Limbs are facing forward. Soften the shoulders. Listen to the body now. Standing pose are strengthening. And then release the arms by your side. Step the feet together now again, back to the back of your mat. And we go to the left-hand side of the body. So you step forward with your left foot. Your right foot is turned in about 15 degrees. Your pelvis is facing forward. You're standing nice and tall. You're going to bend that left knee quite deeply. Bring the shoulders back, bring them down. And when you're ready, float the arms up. Warrior one. Nice and strong. And then just gently release the arms down. And as the arms come down, then you float the body into a plateau. Stretching forward, stretching the arms back. Nice and slowly coming back up again. Nice little flow back into warrior one. And releasing those. Lovely. So now we'll move on to the floor. Just take a little glass of water. And we move on to the floor for table pose. So again, coming down. Now if you find that you have problems with your knees, just use a folded blanket for under your knees. Spread your fingers, engage with your mat. Your feet are flat on the mat. And just give your body a little bit of swaying, a little bit of easing, a little bit of movement. And whatever comes, just to ease out. And again, you're looking for flexibility and ease of movement in your body and in your limbs. So come all the way back to hare pose. Push into the heels of the hands. Have your bum down towards your heels at the back. And you're giving your spine a nice stretch. And then just float forward. Nice and slowly, dropping down. Pushing into the hands now. Into upward dog. And then gliding back again, buttocks towards the heels. This stretch is lovely any time of the day. And again, floating forward. Push into the hands, dropping down, a good stretch to the front of the body, and then back into table pose. Now just bring your hands a little bit more under your shoulders, extend the fingers, and we're going to go into tiger pose, a bit of movement into the hips. So just glide your right knee a little bit to the side and lift the limb up. Stretch it up, a little bit like a dog having a wee. Stretching up. Now keep strong in your hands. Bring your heel towards your buttock. Now, if it suits your body, you might like to go a little bit deeper by bringing your right hand around, taking hold of the outside of your big toe and stretching up another little bit. Keep the front of the body open. Keep the strength in your limbs. And nice and slowly back to center. And then we'll send out the left leg, just kick it out a little bit to the side as you lift up. Again, don't collapse down on the elbows, keep them strong. Drop your heel towards your buttocks, and you might be very happy just to stay there now. just say yes, I'm happy with that. Or you might like a little bit of a challenge and take your right hand back towards your big toe and then stretch up a little bit more. And then nice and slowly back to center. Drop the bum towards the heels. Release, release, release. And then gliding back to center, 4-point pose. So send the left leg back. Now keep it on the mat. Let's come forward a little bit. Keep it on the mat and push into your heel. So you get that nice stretch there. And then bring forward the right hand. So opposite sides and then raise the left leg. Nice stretch from corner to corner. And back to the center. And then sending back the left leg. Now push that heel away from your body. Getting a good stretch into the toes also. And then send forward the left hand. You can always leave your left hand on the mat. You can leave both limbs on the mat and stretch them away from each other. So just listen to the body. And then nice and slowly back to center. So now we're getting nice flexibility into the body. We're getting nice movements into the body. So now we're going to do, for the shoulders and for the mind, we're going to do thread the needle. So your hands are under your shoulders, your knees, your hips are over your knees. You're going to take your right palm, face it towards you, and you're going to glide through under your arms. Now again, this is for the shoulders and for the neck. So you're just going to glide through, and you keep gliding through, and you don't bring your shoulder to the ground until you've gone as far as you can go. So you keep coming, and then when you come down, it's comfortable on your shoulders. Now you can extend your top arm forward. You can bring one arm on top of the other. You can extend your arm up high, or you can bring your hand behind your pelvis. So just look at your body, see what works best for you. Now this is a lovely pose to calm the mind. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. It brings flexibility into the shoulders, and it's good for the neck muscles. Now don't stay in any pose if you find that you're uncomfortable. And if you need to put a blanket under your shoulders, just listen to the body. Find what works. Now slowly walk the hand back in under the shoulder so you can come out of it with ease and safety. And then coming back into table pose, and we get ready then for going to the other side. So this time it's the left palm that will face up. And you glide it under your shoulder, and you keep gliding, and you don't come down onto your shoulder until you can glide no further away from your body. Now it's quite comfortable. I feel quite comfortable. I hope you do too. And again, you can send the right arm out in front. You can have one palm longer than the other. You can extend your arm up straight, or you can drop it behind your pelvis. Now each shoulder is slightly different. So this way it suits me to bring back, because I had a slight injury there on my right shoulder. So this suits my body better. Now again, just listen to the breath. Soften down. Listen to the birds. Now bring your hand under your shoulder again. Your right hand under your shoulder. So with safety, you can just glide yourself back up. And when you come back up, just come back into child pose now for a little break. Hands by your sides, forward, drop down, soften the shoulders. So even in child's pose, your body is getting a little bit of a workout. You're walking into the feet, the ankles, into the hips. You're bringing nice flexibility into your body, and it's also calming for the mind. Soften the shoulders. Relax into child, bring your attention to your breath. Allowing everything to slow down a little. And then when you're ready, just walk the hands forward, stretch them out into hair. I should have tied my hair up, sorry about that. It's getting longer all in time, doing our own hair these days. God knows what I look like, but there you go. Into table pose, and now we're going to go into downward dog. So tuck the toes under, buttocks back towards the heels, lift the butt up, and a lovely stretch now, but keep the knees bent now and pedal the legs. Just get this little work going on, pedaling the legs. And then come all the way up, and then bring your heels towards the back of the mat. And again, come all the way up, and bring your heels towards the back of the mat. Now to bring a little bit more flexibility, just take your right hand and glide it through your body and bring it over to your knee or to your ankle. Just bring your head, drop the head down, look up under your armpit. It's a little variation into down dog. Now some of these poses you might find a bit strong. Opposite side now. So just do what you feel is comfortable for yourself. Stop and take little breaks in child pose when you feel that you need to. And then nice and slowly coming back to center. Drop the knees down. Stretch back. Coming back up again into table. And this time we're going to come into plank pose. And we're going to bring a bit of work into the shoulders and the upper body. So just stretch the legs back for plank. Now push into those heels. Keep your core strong. Keep your upper body strong. Keep your arms strong. Look for the fine line in your body. Now you might be happy to stay here in plank, or we just float into side plank. So you just drop your right ankle over to the side. Now you have one foot in front of the other, or you can bend one foot right up for more support, depends on how your body feels. And then you can extend your left arm up. Now again, flexibility, strength, just doing what's comfortable for your body now. You might just go down here. You might drop your pelvis to the floor. So look for what works for your body. Back into plank pose, push into those heels, and as with all poses, we do the left hand side. So just gliding over to the side, and again, one foot in front of the other, or you can have one foot parallel to the other, on top of it, or stepping forward, or the knee bent. So find what works for your body, looking for the strength, and then nice and slowly back to center. And then just push into downward dog. Release the crown of the head, soften the back of the neck, lovely stretch. And then nice and slowly dropping down, dropping the feet, and coming all the way back to child pose. Just relaxing down there now for a breath. Tuning into your body, seeing how you feel, listening all the time to your muscles. Be aware of your joints. Be aware if you're putting too much stress on any of your limbs, and ease off. So don't be constantly pushing. Listen to the body, so the body can tell you when and where to stop. So when you're ready now, we'll come to lying down. So we're going to stretch right out. Lying down. Now send the arms forward, send the legs back. Lovely stretch. And then raising the right leg and the left arm. Release down. Raising the left leg and the right arm. And release down. And then bring your hands down the side of your body. Stretch them back, open up the chest. Keep the neck long. Mindful of your spine, mindful of your neck. And then raise the legs. Just raise them up. And then raise the upper body just a little bit more. All the time listening. All the time aware of what's happening. And then nice and slowly releasing that. Now bring your hands under your head. Let your big toes come together. And let a softness come in then to your lower back after each stretch. And again, we're going to bring a stretch into the shoulders. So just bend up the knees and bring your hands back to hold on to your feet. Now, we're not going to raise the knees, we're just going to open up the shoulders. A good shoulder stretch. And we're going to release down. Extend the limbs again. Stretch them forward, stretch them back. Raise both limbs. And gently release down. Again, another little rest. Turn the head to the opposite side. Big toes together. Soften the pelvis down. Coming the head back to center. Bend up the knees again. And glide the hands back now. Now we won't hold on to the ankles, we're just gliding the hands back. And send the message now to the knees to lift off the floor. Raise the upper body a little bit more. Raise the knees a little bit more. And then nice and slowly release down. Now bring the hands on the outer edges of your mat and then just raise up into Sphinx pose. Now this is lovely for the lower back. This is where you see children watching TV, hands under the chin. So lift the pelvis, give it a little rock, give it a little shake around. Sphinx is a very relaxing back bend. Nothing too crazy and nicely supported. And then nice and slowly releasing down. Bring the hands in towards the heart area. Push up into upward dog. Really good stretch. Tuck the toes under, knees and toes. Downward dog. And again, just pedal the legs. Pedal the legs, getting good work into the feet, into the ankles. And then nice and slowly drop the knees down and come to sitting. I hope you're all still doing okay. So we stretch the legs long and we sit tall in Tadasana. Shoulders are relaxed, spine is tall, feet are flexed. This is quite a strong pose. Draw the belly in, give yourself support. And we're going to do a forward bend to our hips. So just draw the knees in. We're going to trick our body, trick our mind, and bring your chest onto your thighs. Your hands are under your thighs, and you're going to take baby steps forward. And you keep going as long as your chest is in contact with your thighs. So you're getting this lovely forward bend in, nice and slowly, taking your time, releasing, releasing. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, allow a little movement, a little space here under your knees, and then you can extend the arms out. And then just use the breath for this lovely forward bend. Releasing down a little bit more. Getting a good stretch into the back. A fold right at the hips. Taking your time. Listening to the body. And then nice and slowly releasing back. Again, stretch the legs, relax the shoulders. You're sitting tall in Tadasana. So no yoga sequence is complete without a twist. Twists are great for the body, great for toxins, great for clearing out the tissues. So just draw your left leg in towards your body. Bring your right hand around your knee. Walk your left hand behind your pelvis. Now keep the right leg strong and straight and let the movement come right down there from the belly as you slowly twist to the left hand side. So your tummy, your rib cage, your shoulders, and then let the head follow the line of the spine. Now these are great poses for keeping your cells healthy and waste-free. Again, soften the jaw, relax the eyes, and breathe. Some poses you hold a little bit longer than others, so that the internal body can do some good work. Right deep into your internal organs. And then coming into a pose and leaving a pose is just as important. So nice and slowly coming back. Nice and slowly. Stretching the limbs out. Release the arms. Sometimes it's nice to just give the arms a little lift up and release back. And then drawing the right knee in towards the belly. Again, you set the stage before you do the twist. So your left hand around the knee, the right hand behind the pelvis, behind the shoulder, and you take a deep breath in so that raises the spine, raises you nice and tall, and then slowly you twist this time to the left. So as you breathe out, you can feel the works happening in the body, the tummy, the rib cage, the shoulders, and the last of all to turn is your head in line with the spine. And again, relax the jaw, soften the eyes. Just enjoy the pose now. Listen to the body. Listen to your breath. And when you're ready, nice and slowly, releasing back, releasing back, releasing back. And now we're going to come to lie on our mats. Just take a little drink of water here. And we're going to stretch out. And when you come down, slowly come down. Allow yourself to come down slowly. And just come down onto your elbows and have your knees bent up. And then lift the feet off the floor and stretch them up. So a little bit of core work. And then release them down again. And then stretch them up. And this time, let them fall over to the right-hand side. So stretching across to the right. Back to the center. And stretching across to the left. And back to the center. And then slowly drop your feet to the floor. And then you can release your body down. Now send the legs long. Settle the pelvis down. And just bring your limbs wide for a moment. Bring your palms wide. And we've done quite a bit of work. So before we kind of have winding down postures, I just want you to check through your body now to see how you feel. Hopefully any tension is gone from your limbs. And hopefully you've got more flexibility and movement into your body. So just draw the legs back in now nice and slowly. Bring your arms down by your side. And when you're ready, push into your heels as you breathe in and float the arms up. So breathing in. Stretching up, stretching back. Pushing out to the fingertips, pushing out to the heels. Drawing the belly in. Like as if you were on a rack, somebody stretching out the spine. And then nice and slowly releasing back again. Now just be mindful of your body. Just have a little check down that you feel you're in a nice straight line. And again, going with the breath, breathing in, riding the arms up, and stretching back, pushing out to the heels, pushing out to the fingertips. And very gently releasing back, releasing back, releasing back. So right knee into the chest. Good wind-free movement. Draw them in, release the shoulders. Bring your chin up towards your knee. Or your nose towards your knee. And release. Left leg, draw it in. Towards your chest. Release the head and shoulders. Keep your feet flexed. And again, draw your chin or your nose up towards your knee. And release back to center. Release both knees down. Draw both knees into your chest. Hug them in now. Bring your chin up towards your knees. Rounding up the spine. Again, tuning in, making sure that this is suitable for your body. And then send the legs up. Send them up long. Stretch them out. Support if you need to. And then bring the legs nice and wide. So you get a good stretch here to your inner thighs. And then coming back almost to center, but allowing yourself enough room that you can rotate the ankles both directions. Flex the feet quite strongly. Wiggle the toes quite strongly. And then just draw the knees into the chest again. Just draw them in. And then let the legs float up so you can come into happy baby pose. Now your knees are almost into your armpits. You're like a bat upside down or a beetle upside down. Just allow yourself to float around here. This is lovely now for the back, for release. And also kind of the childlike in it, you know. You could just let it all hang out for a while. Just relax for a little bit. Let go of the stresses. And then just draw the knees into the chest and then just make nice circles. So just working them into the hips and both directions. Working into the hips in both directions. And then drop the feet to the floor. Stretch the shoulders from the ears. If you can bring your hands down and touch your ankles, you know that that's fine. But just be mindful of the line now from your hips to your knees. You don't want your knees to splay out. Now this is great for toning the buttocks and exercising the muscles of the back. So when we're ready, we'll go into bridge pose. Make sure that your head and neck, your neck is long, your chin is towards your chest. So breathing in, stretching up now, stretching up. So you're getting this openness here of the chest. This is the bridge. You're getting a nice stretch from your hips to your knees. And if you wish, you can bring your hands underneath. And you can give yourself an extra lift up. Now let's try and soften the buttocks. It's hard to do because we automatically clasp our bum when we lift it from a surface. So see if you can keep the buttocks a little bit soft. And then when you're ready, slowly release down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And draw the knees into the chest again. Just hug them in. And again, make circles in one direction and make circles in the other direction. And drop the feet to the floor again. And this time we go up into floating bridge. It's like a wave coming over the body. Draw the belly button in, release your chin towards your heart, and as you breathe in, float the arms and your pelvis off the floor simultaneously. So breathing in, looking for that lovely stretch, that lift. And again, try and keep the knees parallel. Stretch the arms back strongly. And just stay here now for a few breaths. And remember, when you come down, you try and come down again like a wave. Releasing, 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 until you come all the way down. Lovely. Now we just do a side twist. So lift the feet off the floor. Send your arms long, shoulder level. Stretch out through the fingertips. And just drop your knees now down to the right hand side. Just release them down. Your head will just gently turn away from the knees. Now this is lovely to finish off the practice as you wind down because it brings blood back into the discs of the back. So remember now, during this practice we were looking for flexibility and ease of movement. So anything you did, let it be soft to your limbs And in other parts it was strong because the body needs strength as well. Drop the knees to the other side. Let your head roll away from the knees. You always have the knees to come down to the ground if they don't quite come down. Just a little bit of help. And then if your shoulders aren't comfortable, make sure that you move your arms accordingly, that both shoulders are in contact with the surface. And then nice and slowly, using the core muscles to come back to center. Now send the legs long. Stretch them out away from your body. Send the arms long. Release the shoulders. Lift the buttocks up. Give yourself a little bit of time to settle down. Bring one hand onto your tummy, one hand onto your heart. Extend your neck long so your chin is towards your heart. Soften the muscles of your face. Relax your eyes. Unhinge your jaw. And just come back now to your breath. And I want you to be aware when you breathe in that the belly rises up a little and you can feel the breath coming up towards your heart area. So breathing in, feel the belly rising, breath coming up towards the heart, and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And one more time, breathing in, into the belly area, up towards the heart, and breathing out. Now extend the arms away, palms facing up, fingers gently curling. Soften the body down now onto the surface. And again, if you feel that there's any tension at all in your limbs, just use your exhalation now to release and to relax. The wonderful thing about yoga is that you get lost in the poses, and it helps to take your mind maybe off other things that may be troubling you. So it's a nice way to unwind. Stay as long as you wish on the floor, softening the body down, releasing, relaxing, and letting go. And when you're ready then, just stretch out the limbs. Stretch out the limbs. Allow yourself a nice deep stretch. Making movements to the fingers and the toes, and then taking your time to come back up. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you're doing well. And keep safe. Keep practicing your yoga. And keep going. Thank you. Namaste.